Well, welcome again. The seasons are changing. The days are getting longer. We got so much more hours in the air coming up. That means we got a lot of options to choose from. We've got to make some changes. So let's take a look at our options. Run, 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 run. All right. Well, I know for sure one of the biggest options that I try to get rid of first is what I'm going to wear to keep me warm. And my theory is I'd much rather sweat than shiver. So this was my Central Florida winter attire. Outer jacket. Beanie's not going to happen anymore. Favorite shirt, tie-dye t-shirt. We don't need that one anymore. And this one is a 50% UV blocker. This might be part of the summer attire, but we'll see. Oh. And then, of course, you can buy the fleece lined pads if you want, but I just double up with an outer layer of pants. Oh. And an underlayer. Woo, long johns. Definitely, they're not all needed anymore. Well, what's next? Let's talk about gearing this guy up for safety. Well, this is my second season of flying, and last season I didn't get much time over any coastal line flying. However, if you remember a video I did, I believe it was called The Perfect Storm. With two other pilots, and it was the one I ran out of fuel, and we went over a lot of water. When I got there, I said, hey, Derk, man, I don't have any floaties. If that's a kill in the deal and I don't get to fly, I'm cool with it. And he said, no, I got you covered. And he didn't come back with one of these, nor did he come back with one of these. Although they do make stuff like that in the paramotor industry. He came back with a set of these. Now these are really cool flotation devices. They're just one option. There's many options out there. So let's take a look on how I've chosen to install these bad boys and why. The first time I installed these, the other pilots had their motors running and they were ready to take off. So my first option was to put it right here along the strap. I didn't know any better, so I didn't know if it would feel right or feel wrong. And I went for it. So this is the first option, to put it on your harness strap right here, and make sure that the Velcro is to the outside, because that's how this big old bag is going to get deployed. Out to the side. The other option, and this is the one I prefer, is I put it on my frame way out here to the side, strap it up to the top, down here to the bottom. And there's some center Velcros. If you want them, you can put them to the frame as well. And once again, make sure your Velcro is on the outside, because when they deploy, they're going to fold all the way out to here. And they are water activated. However, if it doesn't go off, there's the emergency activator right here. And one thing you've got to remember, and I didn't even check this till my wonderful maiden voyage was all done, and a cool trainee, he said, hey Doug, you might want to check the CO2 cartridges, because sometimes when they mail them, they have to disconnect them. And sure enough, one of my cartridges wasn't even attached to a floaty. So hey, check and make sure your CO2 cartridges are fully screwed down tight, or these floaties are not floaties at all. They're sinkers. Now, there's one more thing that I got installed on my flying machine that I think is the Ferrari piece of this bad boy, and it's safety number one. Let's look into it. All right, folks, as you can see, I've got the two floaties in different locations. Here's the one on the harness. It was just way too close for me up here. I didn't like it. and there's the one on the frame right out to the side. I don't got to deal with it, and if I have to, I can pull it myself. However, the greatest safety feature of all, I call it the Houdini, the one and done. And I was told by my friend, he goes, hey Doug, if you ever get into the water, man, don't bail before you get wet. Just time it, take that deep breath. Watch this, 2 hands, 1 buckle, I'm done. That's the Houdini move. That's all it is. So easy to be done. And all this modification was done by, of course, Andrew Fly Fuller, and he will be at Bad Apples coming up this year. He'll be there on the corner along with Scott at ECarves, and they hooked me up with this from day one. They kind of been like my mentors. As they think I can level up, they say, hey Doug, try this. Everything from different size cage to a different wing. I'm hooked up. Just keep pursuing your options, all right? And remember, pursue the love of lifelong learning. Keep moving forward. Mahalo for your time, and I hope to see you at Bad Apples this year.